Knight Rider, the legendary old-school 80s series with David Hasselhoff and his bulletproof buddy K.I.T., the Pontiac Firebird car. Because not knowing this show is a capital crime, I will explain the whole story real quick. Michael Knight is driving his awesome car. The end.
Just kidding. It's not even his car, it belongs to the Knight industry, he's just the driver.
Be honest here, guys. We watched this series because of K.I.T., and the ladies watched it because of Mr. Hasselhoff. That's a fact. It was a nice little episodic show about a guy solving problems for others, just being a good-hearted cowboy who will kiss the girl at the very end, and then he gallops off into the sunset.
Now you mentioned, you basically explained the majority of the 80s series.
But yeah, other than Michael hitting on the ladies, K.I.T. was the real star of the show, especially for me. Oh, but Silver is just a car, what's so special about it? What's not so special about him? He's looking awesome, he can reach extremely high turbo speed, has a bunch of gadgets, bulletproof, high-tech, he can drive himself, and most importantly, he can talk.
With your usual lack of subtlety, you would have no problem at all in panicking anyone with anything at all to hide. Actually, we might even go so far as to say...
Ed.
Yes, Michael, I know.
Shut up.
Of course, nowadays we already have AI-controlled speaking Tesla cars, which are working most of the time, but back in the 90s and the 80s, it was so futuristic and interesting for us, especially as a kid. But you can still ask the question, what does K.I.T. have that a generic Tesla does not? Two important things, style and personality.
K.I.T.! They're still shooting at us!
Thank you, Michael, but I noticed that myself.
He's also a brother in arm, care about his partner, they were really good together on the screen, you can just feel the bromance between the two of them.
I hate to be the one to break this to you, but automobiles are not human. They have no lineage or personality.
I wonder why I keep forgetting that.
You've probably begun to form a psychological attachment to me. That would be a logical human response.
No. I think it was that 56 Chevy I had in high school. Boy, I loved that car.
Really?
And before you say they're just like us with Silver, no, we literally hate each other.
I mean, they don't like each other at the beginning either, so...
Hate each other?
And now, 25 years later, better than never, right, Hasbro? We finally got our Transformers crossover version under the name Agent Knight, but I will call him K.I.T. because he is K.I.T. And you can ask the very important question, is he worth the wait? I will start with the positives. The car itself is looking awesome. Just like in the original, they nailed the style just right. It's so slick, it's so nice most of the time. Before you ask, yes, you can open the lights. There we go. It's looking even better, but I prefer the original style. But these are nice additions, which is also a nice addition. We have opening doors for the kibbles, but it's still a really nice gimmick. I love it. Also, it's rolling extremely well, so good point for that. But I just really love this wonderful classic car. But I have to talk about the negatives as well. First one is, yeah, we're not gonna check the underside of the car, it's Kibble City of course, but we have some nice weapon storage at the back. But which is the negative is the arm on the side. Yeah, it's a little bit too thick, it's a little bit just out of the place if we are checking the car from the side, which is not a huge problem. Which is a huge problem is the front. Why, Hasbro, why?
Why, Lisa? Why?
I know we like thick in this channel, but this is a bit too much in a sleek car, Hasbro. Especially when you have a lot of space here. Don't tell me this space isn't enough for a voice gimmick. But speaking of voice gimmick, we can put inside some LR44 batteries, 3 of them, which are not included But if we are putting the batteries inside and we are pushing this nice button here, then... Ah, nostalgia! Let's hear all of the voice lines. The voice lines are in order all the time.
Thank you, sir. I am the voice of Night Industry 2000's microprocessor, K.I.T.T for easy reference. KITT if you prefer. Hold on, this could be a bit bumpy. But you're sure this is the right way? Very well.
And that's about it. But it's just so goddamn cool. Is it worth the thickness? The thickness is still bad. They just put an Autobot logo on the front and they just said, oh, it will be good. But other than that, yeah, it's really, really cool. And you don't have to switch it off because after a while,
KITT signing off.
he will say this and that way he will switch himself off. But I just love the original voice, the original look. It's just such a good, fantastic car look. But we have to transform this guy now. So to transform him, we have to open the doors, remove the guns, and we have to open the hands like this. And this is the very first, very huge problem with this toy. Because yes, when I'm moving the arms up, it's always popping off. Because after this we have to open the arms on the side like that. And when I'm doing it... Yeah, really, Hasbro? Really? Don't get me wrong, it's easy to just put them back, but still. You made a big mistake and I don't like it. So we can just open the top. We can open the back here, so we can remove the legs from the top and we can just turn the whole thing down like this. It's a little bit strange, but that was my fault, sorry. No, just turn the body, open the legs, close the legs, open the rest of the feet, open the top here for the head, open the head as well, turn it around, and now we can put the head inside that hole. And yeah, we have to be careful. I mean, so far so good, but we have two plastic pieces on the side which have to be pushed down, and I have a bad feeling about this. There we go. I mean, these are working out well so far, but I think it's gonna snap after a while. We have to put down the backpack, and yeah, it just kinda there, which is also a huge minus. You can turn the arms, and we have KITT in his robot mode. And he's looking kinda okay. It's not bad by any means. It's looking good, but it's nothing special in my opinion. Maybe the face is resembling Michael Knight a little bit. The body is kinda okay. And also the transformation is easy. As I said, nothing special, but yeah, other than the popping of ball joints, it's kind of cool. Yeah, as we saw earlier, we have the weapons which can be put in his hands, but also we have one more little accessory, the watch. And if you saw the series, you know Michael has a watch, so he can speak with KITT. KITT, stay in the car. Michael, stay in your mom. Possibility wise, it's really good. I mean, he can stand some really good poses here. And we also have the gimmick. What? Okay, so as it turns out, he just ate 3 LR44 batteries. That's cool. What can we tell about Agent Knight in the end?
3 at best.
This is an overpriced toy. It's not a collectible, really. I mean, yes, you can collect it. As you can see, I have it, but it just has so many problems. Why is it so thick? Why is it popping off? Why is it eating 3 LR44 batteries in a couple of minutes? I mean, I used these features, I think, 5 or 6 times. 5 or 6 times. I switched it on, then I went through all of the voice lines every single time once. And it's already dying. Not 1, not 2, 3 LR44 batteries. 3. So does it worth the voice gimmick? I will say, at the beginning I said no, then I said yes, because it was really cool to hear the original voice. Now I say, just hear me out. Let's get rid of this one. Just put a light up feature here. Fix the backpack, fix the ball joints, and most importantly, Hasbro, give him the Turbo Boost mode. Oh, but Silver, this is the very first edition of the toy. He doesn't have the Super Boost gimmick in the first half of the show. Oh yeah, but they were managed to do the same thing with the Back to the Future car, Gigawatt, who was like the very first movie edition and the second movie edition in the same package. So they can do it with this one as well. I mean, it's a Transformers, and that was a transforming gimmick in the series. Put that one instead of the voice box. Also, the plastic itself feels a little bit cheap in my opinion. Not the black plastic, but other than that, everything else is a little bit cheap. The arms, the legs here. That's why I like the car mode better than the robot mode, because the robot mode is just okay, and most of the parts on this figure just feels okay. And I waited 25 years for this figure, and it's just okay. It has some really fun feature if it's not dying on you, but as you can see, it's died on me. So does it worth it? I would say no, not really. If you find this guy for a cheaper price, I would say yeah. But if you are thinking about buying this car but you're not sure to get it, then I would say no. Only if you're a huge fan like me and you really like this classic design. So the funny thing is, 99% of the time I'm putting my Transformers in robot mode when I'm displaying them. And I think a lot of us doing the same when we are collecting Transformers. But in this case, I will just put him into his car mode, because that one is awesome, except the thickness on the front, that's just ugly. But what do you think? Let your comments down below so I can hear you out. In my opinion, it's not really a collectible, it's more like a toy, and it's not a good one, it's just a mid one, okay-ish collectible. It's a toy, guys. It really feels like a toy, and a little bit cheap one as well. So for the price, just buy something else, or just buy 2 other figures what you like, because without any doubt this version of K.I.T.T is really not worth it that much. I'm sorry. Oh, but next time, guys. Next time our words are in danger.